For this video, we're going to decorate some little mini cupcakes like toffee apples. Now, I was just thinking of ideas for bonfire night, some nice little treats, and I just thought toffee apples worked quite well, but to decorate the cupcakes so they'll like them. So I've taken my cupcake and I'm just going to put a little bit of buttercream on the top so that the fondant will stick to our cupcake. So for it, I'm going to use 3 different circle cutters. Now I've got one that's almost the same size as my cupcake, maybe a tiny bit smaller, and then another one that's a little bit bigger, and then a much smaller one which will make the hole in the red bit with. Okay, so I'll just move these to one side. So we're going to start with our green. So I've just got some fondant, it's just normal fondant that I've dyed green. So I'm just going to roll this out. Okay. And I'm going to use the middle-sized circle one that we've got. And I'm just going to place that on top of our little cupcake. Now don't worry that it doesn't go fully to the sides, because when we add the red fondant, that will be a little bit bigger. Okay, so that's the green. And what we're going to do now is just create a little bit of an indentation, which you can do with a modelling tool. If you can. So I've got this one. I'm just gonna move it side to side. Now my icing's cracking a little bit because mine's been out a bit and it's starting to dry. Just be careful that you don't pierce it through too much, that your buttercream comes through like what I've done. But when we put the apple stick in there, it will cover that bit slightly if you do manage to poke through. So what we'll do is put our red on next, and you see I've been dyeing the red, that's why my fingers are dyed red everywhere. So we're going to roll this out again, not too thickly, and we're going to use the next circle up this time. Okay, and before we stick that on, we're going to create a smaller circle that we're just going to cut out. So you're going to put it to one side rather than in the centre, and you're just going to pull that out. So this now will fit so that you're putting the circle over the indentation that we made into the apple. So you just want to push that on. If you need to use edible glue or water to push it on, that's fine. Finding that mine's just sticking with it being fondant underneath. Just make sure that you haven't got buttercream coming out everywhere like I have. Just make sure that you're happy with it, making it nice and round. When you've done that, you just want a little bit of red that we're going to roll into a bit of a sausage shape that will go on the bottom of our toffee apple. So you might need to just stick this with a little bit of water or edible glue. So I'm just going to put that on the bottom. I'm just going to push it on like that. If you want it to be bigger, just roll a bigger piece or stretch it out, whichever you think looks best. And now we just need to add a little stick. So I've just got a really small amount of a light brown, and I'm just going to roll that nice and thin. And I'm just going to check what length I want it. You can flatten it a little bit as well if you want to make it look a bit more stick-like. And I'm going to cut that. If you want more detail on and you've got enough space, you can try and add little lines to create like a wood effect. And we're just going to put a little bit of water on our green bit up here so that we can stick the stick on. And we're just going to push that into there, like so. Okay, and that's it, that's your toffee apple done. Now if you want, you can give it a bit of a spraying glaze to make it shiny, that's entirely up to you. Thank you for watching.
If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the images of the other videos suggested. Also, please do subscribe to my channel using the button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can also visit my cake website and my Facebook page to see more cakes and ideas.